Yes, my people, it's Fuse ODG here. I saw a tweet saying that someone else was the reason for the shift in Africans reclaiming their Africanness. Now, I usually let it slide, but this reminded me of something very important. If we don't document our stories properly, others will rewrite it, because it seems that a lot of people are forgetting. So let this go on record, not from ego, but from truth. I was the main artist from the diaspora who intentionally, strategically, and unapologetically centered African pride at a time when it wasn't cool. Now, if you grew up in the UK, then you also experienced the pushbacks, the teases for being African, the stereotypes, the poverty narrative that led to shame attached to being African. And that made a lot of Africans pretend to be from the Caribbean. Yep, that really happened. So when I said this is New Africa, it wasn't just a slogan. It was a culture shifting correction. When I rejected Band-Aid over 10 years ago and challenged the idea that Africa had no peace and joy at Christmas, it was because I knew what these narratives would do to young Africans in the diaspora and how non-Africans would also view us. Now we have Dirty December and Africa thriving. See, I was very intentional about shifting the feeling of Africanness from something I was mocked and teased and laughed at to something more powerful and cool. That's the very reason why I turned down the BET Awards when they were giving African awards backstage. Now fast forward, it's normal to see Africans being awarded on the main stage, and again, I did that before any other artist spoke up, before Wiz or Yemi or anyone else. Now, the thing is, at the time, whenever I was even on the motherland, on the continent, I felt like the odd one out because I was so focused on elevating African culture, whilst most other artists were seeking Western validation. You can check, see how I was dressed, see how they were dressed back then. Yeah, I was focused on this shift because I had lived an identity crisis shaped by narratives that destroyed our collective pride. I chose to stand up to challenge a system that normalized sidelining our beautiful heritage. So let history show that I put my career and my life on the line to push the shift when it wasn't a safe choice. I fought for Africans to feel proud again. Now that shift didn't happen by accident. Whether I'm here or no longer on this earth, I simply ask that this story is told properly. That is all.